not only is he white, which is just so tragic, but also on top of this, he's bald-headed. He has an egg head. Was not good in the league whatsoever. 0 Super Bowl rings. So I'm trying to figure out what this dude had to do to get so Curry from Del Curry. What was Del Curry doing wrong? Straight up.
Bruh had mad riz if he was able to pull that off.
I know a place, I'll take you there. I'll show you where.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Centerfold Podcast, episode 25. I am your host, Andre Osmanath, and as always, I am joined by
Keem Features.
And today, we have many great topics. I'm not sure we want to start it with the death penalty one, so we don't want to start on the downer. So what do you got for us today?
I mean, we can talk about this podcast and what we had to go through just to record episode 25. This might have been the most stressful episode ever, bruh. Because, and sorry for last podcast. So, allegedly, one of us
was... It's not alleged.
Apparently, one of us was editing the podcast and didn't really know how to work the new audio interface we got and didn't really know how to work Audition. So, when you watch... So, I'm sorry. If you guys have a blown-out speaker in that 04 Honda and you can only hear out one of the speakers, you're going to be listening to a one-sided conversation. So, I'm usually the one asking the question, so it'd be like you're just talking to me randomly if you watch last podcast. So, yeah.
You could also just not be broken, not have your speakers blown on your 04 Honda. So
niggas buy a car and they act different.
It's crazy like that.
Niggas get a car and they would act all bougie. You on your hair, girl, I see.
Yeah, what about it? You want to show your hair off to the...
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
The girl that I'm currently talking to...
Never seen your hair before?
Nope.
You know what?
I ain't got no cut. I'm not approaching no... Bro, chill out.
What? Bro, just pop it off a little bit.
Someone told me they like... No.
See,
no.
Now you look like T-Reckless now with the hood and the hat.
Hold on.
The natty I do rag.
Hold on. Someone told me they liked my outfit the other day.
Who?
I actually don't know who she was. But, like, the way the outfit out... So, actually... Okay, well...
Were they lying to you?
No, because... Okay, so it was raining in Jacksonville the other day, right? I was running through campus. I was speed walking through campus. You know, the embarrassing speed walk where you kind of... You make it... You don't want to run, but you can't walk. But you don't want to make it look like you're running. Mm-hmm. So you just do that weird, awkward walk.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about. So I was doing that. And I had this...
It's also known as the airport walk for all the dads out there.
I had this pink hoodie on, and I had those shoes right there, and I had this on. And I thought it was a basic outfit, but someone was like, yo, that outfit's tough. And I'm like, you think it's tough for real? Or like, am I tough? I ain't have enough for all that because niggas were already late to class.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that saying, you know why niggas are in Paris? Why are niggas in Paris?
I'm going to be honest, I think that person was lying to you. Or they might have been talking to somebody else, but you already said something back to him, so like, oh, fuck, now I got to talk to this dude kind of thing. So.
No, dude, don't do that. I'm really on my Eminem 8 Mile vibes. Like, really think about it. Like, his knees are weak, arms are sweaty. There's vomit on her already. Mom's spaghetti. I don't really like that song, so I don't know the lyrics. Let me do one. Two. I don't want to sing on the podcast. Whenever I have to listen to these back and we start...
pack in there, this guy's what?
Whenever I listen to the podcast back and there's random moments where we sing, it is probably the most annoying thing on this planet. And I just don't know why. So... Well, actually,
we are the world.
I don't think this is the one we're going to start.
We are the children.
Let's go and get into some of these topics that I have laid out. When you leave the house, when you leave your house, do you cut everything off or do you leave it on still?
Excuse me?
When you leave your house, is your light on and Xbox on, or is everything off?
No, when I leave my house, I usually cut it off. Unless I'm going out for a second, then I'll leave it on.
Okay, you're clearly lying because I know if I go in your room right now, everything is on. You cut everything off?
Have I left my home?
If you leave your house...
Have I left my home? Because I know for a fact as soon as we're done with this, I'm going to get back right back. I'm going to get right back on, okay? See, I leave it on when I'm going to go out, and I'll be right back. I don't leave it on for an extended amount of time. I don't pay the bills around here. I'm not going to be disrespectful for no reason.
If I leave my house, that game will be on. The TV will be on. Whatever I was watching on YouTube will be paused with the TV on.
That boy be racking up his electric bill.
Electric bill, high as hell.
What's the good thing? You got that generational wealth, so not even an issue.
What generational wealth?
Tesla. I mean,
niggas broke around here.
Yeah, you're right. This computer's kind of whack, so you're right. Garbage ass.
Do you want to edit the podcast?
Garbage ass computer.
Do you want to edit the podcast?
Garbage ass computer.
Do you want to get the TikTok clips?
Garbage ass computer.
You tell me what you want to do.
Well, you do that junk on your phone. That has nothing to do with the computer.
Do it. You can do it on your computer on your phone too. You might fuck it up. Never mind.
Yeah. You go out back in there, guess what?
That shit might be not entertaining if you was to do it.
You know.
You never answered the question if you're gonna let the hair grow out though. We kind of went on this tangent about how clean I was. When you gonna change that busted? Never mind. I'm just gonna dog your ass. I was gonna say that busted ass IG name.
What's wrong with Drayon?
That shit busted. Cause when I
Simp Keem.
Stop.
Sensei Keem.
Stop. That's hard.
What
though.
else is
Sensei
there?
Keem is hard.
Jelly Jam Oak. That junk was cringe as fuck.
That's still my.
I just didn't say it at the
name.
time because that junk is cringe as fuck, bitch.
I thought I wasn't just jelly
Rakeem
fan.
Christmas. You've had so many that like, and so many Instagram accounts. I think I still follow an account from like ages ago. When you got that picture of you in that yellow hat and that yellow shirt
with the gray shirt.
Yes.
You have that still?
I'm pretty sure there's an account somewhere that I follow on Instagram that picture still exists, and I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna repost that junk.
I'll repost the bald picture of you. Dre
Great,
baldness.
do it. I look fantastic. I'm gonna go bald one day.
Why are you so excited to go bald?
I think it's gonna be a good look for me.
You act like you didn't go bald back in like 7th grade.
I did.
Nigga really like you really did.
That
like alien.
it was too early back then, but I think I could pull it off now.
Remember KD when he just had a backpack? He was just like the lonely kid. He just always had a backpack on, and he single-handedly brought the backpack community back. Like the big KD bags, the Nike. I'm pretty sure that was inspired by Kevin Durant.
Well, people were buying Kevin Durant bags, so like, you know.
But
yeah.
that movement was started by him. Like when Rihanna started wearing Puma.
Oh no shit. It's just like how I started the N1
See,
wave.
Niggas won't believe you started
Champion.
I was gonna say N1 the stretch.
N1 is a stretch. I said I still actually have 2 pairs of those big ad N1 shorts. I got 2 of those things still on me, so watch out for those. But yeah, I bring Champion back from the dead. Single-handedly. I used to wear the Champion shorts. I used to get dogged back in the day, but they're back now, better than ever. And I was the one that started the wave. And I'm proud to say it.
Which makes me mad because I remember back in the day, niggas couldn't wear no Champion. Niggas couldn't wear no Crocs. I remember in 3rd grade, I wore Bobos, and in 3rd grade, I was wearing Crocs, and they called my shit Bobos, and I was getting mad about it, and so the teacher came up and was like, "Why you sad, Jamari?" And I was like, "They calling my shoes Bobos," and she was like, "Line." So we was all at the playground. She brought us all to this. She put us all in line. She's like, "So which one of y'all called his shoes Bobos?" No one said nothing, and I wasn't gonna snitch. Keep in mind, I didn't have any friends. So she was like, if no one wants to answer, we're all just gonna go inside. And on that day forward, I was known as the kid who ruined recess that day.
What a dickhead. First of all, now, the thing is, right, elementary school, it's you got to be wearing Nike or nothing pretty much in elementary school, right? It's Nike or nothing, or like maybe Under Armour or nothing, something like that. But it's like the main brands back then, I remember.
You definitely stole that from Nerf for nothing, but let's act like you didn't just steal that.
Nerf is irrelevant to me, so I don't give a damn.
You didn't play with Nerf guns?
Of course I did. But I'm saying they're relevant to me now.
I didn't play with Nerf guns when I was younger. I don't really think I was allowed to. I would ask them, my parents just never bought them. It was kind of like the thing with guns. I just wasn't allowed to do anything. Remember all the time you invited me to go airsoft and paintball?
It's because you live on the border of the hood, and you couldn't be put into that stigma with the guns, the gang,
You was my neighbor, so what the fuck is we really talking about? Like, you was literally my neighbor, so what are we talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Like, why you at, like, Boone, what was that park called?
Boone Park?
Was it really Boone Park?
Which park are you talking about?
The 30-second walk from your house.
Oh, Four Corners.
Four Corners! Four Corners Park used to be so goated. The birthday parties there used to go crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to that. But now let's go ahead and get into that Arabia topic that you know about. I don't know anything about it. I'm not too. Your dad mentioned it a little bit to me, so go ahead and.
Which one? The death penalty? You want to get into that one?
You have mentioned this twice, so now we have to address it first.
Great. Dylan Roof, guy who shot 9 people in a church, is getting the death penalty. Thoughts? What is your thoughts on the death penalty, first of all?
I do not believe in the death penalty, first of all, because I am not God, so I don't think I can make decisions that God makes.
My thing is, if they kill the person and they did not get off by reason of insanity, they knew what they were doing. An eye for an eye, you take a life, you get the death penalty. I mean, if you don't get the death penalty, at that point, your tax is going to be paying for them to keep alive, keep living.
But if
have a deal.
But if you do take away 9 people's lives, you're either in jail for the rest of your life
Mhm.
or the death penalty. I guess you could say I'm against the death penalty, but I can see how other people would think differently and be like, oh yeah, this is the best thing in the world. I just don't like.
Never said it was the best thing in the world.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. But I mean, just like, that's just me personally, because I'm like a bit. Recently, I became like a really big faith guy, bro.
But what? What did you say? Oh, a space guy?
No, religious guy.
Oh, religious guy.
I've
Okay.
always been religion, but like these past 2 years, bro, I've like dug deep into it. Like I've even gone to church a couple times.
That's great. That's really You talking about going to Impact a couple of times.
Yeah, I went. Yeah. So this is the second time I mentioned it. So
That's great. Yeah, it's really that's how I know it's real. He mentioned it more than once.
like I don't know. Like recently, I just started praying recently. It was like
Mhm.
I don't know. It just works out for me. I've had a lot of stories too. That I wanted to later in life, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of just happened recently. Like I've always like believed. I would never say I was really on the fence, but I think these past like 2-3 years, it's really been like I would say I'm fully Christian, yeah. And I do plan on going to church every Sunday, soon.
When?
Soon. Look, me and the Lord still talking about that.
Oh, okay.
Me and the Lord still talking
Okay.
about that.
Yeah, I'm actually going to church this Sunday. Because after church, the fantasy football draft is happening, so that's where I'll be.
For real?
Yes.
Whose house?
It's at church.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to be drafting fantasy football players. But let me just circle back one more time. You killed 9 people, you deserve a death penalty. Sorry, that's how I feel about it. You want pecking the others? Guess what? Kill that nigga dead. Kill that nigga dead. I don't give a damn.
What?
Fuck him.
Was he what's it called? Was he American?
Yes.
So he went over there. So what was the thing with the suicide 9 the 6 people killed? What's that whole thing?
That's over in Iran.
So
Or
do you know
the Middle East.
do you know much about that?
No. I know that at some point the U.S. trained some like the local people over there to like they train them like they give them a bunch of like military weapons, and those people laid down their weapons, abandoned them, so the Taliban got all that stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, that's about as far as I know. America sucks, but like blessed to be here and not in a country that is just I don't know how else to say it. It's just like
I mean I think they would get what you're saying too.
yeah.
It's a very hard world, but so how do you feel about marriage? Because I've been listening to this. There was a podcast recently I've listened to. Sorry if I interrupted you.
No.
With Don and are you aware of who the Fresh and Fit podcast is?
No.
Okay. There's this group that's I don't know if they're blowing up recently, but I'm starting to hear about them. And I'm always on YouTube just looking and looking at other people's podcasts and stuff like that to try and model stuff like that. But they've been doing different things. And I feel like Don said something that was like I'm probably gonna write it down later. He was saying to blow up, there's always 3 things that happens. Either one of the 3 things will always happen. I can't remember what it was. I know one of them was you've been attacked emotionally. I think it was relatable, and I gotta remember what the third one was. But or you're different. It was something. I wish I can remember what it was.
I have a question now.
What's up?
How does this relate back to marriage?
It's all gonna connect.
Okay.
It's all gonna connect. Okay, and so the Fresh and Fit podcast, one of the members made a statement and said, the divorce rate is so high here, I'm only getting married in like Middle Eastern.
What does that mean?
I didn't really know what it meant, but I just meant that he's not dating in the Americas. I'm guessing. But what I'm saying is with the divorce rate so high, do you think marriage should really still be a thing? I mean, let me not say it should be a thing. If you was to marry somebody at 24 years old, do you honestly believe it'll last?
It's possible. It's not everybody getting divorced. It's only those select few. Fuck them.
But it's like 60%.
Okay, and what's that got to do with me?
Here's my thing.
Rise above the statistics. I'm not just a number.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a bar.
Well, they don't mean nothing to me. I don't give a damn if it's 100%. I'm gonna rise above the numbers. I don't care.
Rise above.
Rise above.
Hey, ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. Rise above.
So now, hold on. So my thing is this. Okay, so I just lost it.
Mhm.
I just lost it.
Mhm.
No, I forgot. I remembered it. Logan Paul said it.
I'm not listening to anything. I'm not listening to anything that nigga says.
No, he said it too.
Oh, did he?
He said it too. But I've been saying this before. He actually heard him say it out loud. 'Cause I heard someone else before him say it. I just don't remember who.
Uh-huh.
He said if he let a statistic write his life, no, if he let a statistic run his life, he'll never be where he got today.
That's great.
That's such a true
Except
statement.
fuck that nigga. But yeah, totally.
Ow,
What?
bro, I swear, I hope this podcast don't blow, because you be saying some outrageous
I
stuff.
don't give a damn. What are they gonna do to me? What are we gonna get in a ring and fight? Let's do it then. I'll make money. I'll get money. I'll make money in a knockout. Get knocked out. Wake up, count that cash. I don't care. I don't care. What's good? Come on. It's all for the money, anyways. The only reason they're fighting people is to get money. I mean, good to him. If he wants to fight me, I'll hop on too, bro. I'll make some money. I don't care. Let's go.
That'd be dope. Cause
Yeah.
we know you're gonna get your ass
I'll
kicked.
get gladly. Give me my money.
Wake up counting his money. You know.
Bro, I don't care.
What to do, you know what
Hey,
to do.
internet, slander me. I don't care. I'm making money. I'm making money. I don't care. I don't care.
That's not a bad idea, man.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
So seriously though, Paul Brothers, fuck you both.
Nah, but I forgot what I was gonna say because you started making me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was saying, oh yeah, that's so true though. Like you really can't let that decide your life, because if we really look at it, it's like there's a lot of decisions people should not make with statistics, bro. There's so many decisions. Like the one I like to bring up is the light bulb.
What?
Imagine telling a nigga I can get light in a jar. People gotta think you're the stupidest person to ever walk.
People used to think the Earth was flat.
There are people who still think the Earth.
Shut
is
up,
flat.
Kyrie Irving, bro.
That makes it so weird, bruh. It makes me mad how good he is at basketball, and to be that weird, bruh. I don't understand why.
It's just part of his culture. Let him have it, bro. It's good stuff. We love Kyrie here, though. You're a great basketball player, man. Best handles of all time.
And keep making shoes.
Please.
It sucks he doesn't have any control over it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we do enjoy the shoes you make because they are.
We have talked about that before, though, so let's not talk about it again. If you want to go hear us talk about that, though, go ahead and watch that in the previous episode. I believe that was episode 20-something, maybe in the teens. So go back and watch that one. Shameless plug. I don't give a damn. Go watch our shit. You know what to do.
All right, Andre.
Yeah.
Talk you.
I'm over here spitting but nothing but facts this podcast. Episode 25 is the absolute just spitting facts. It's facts only for me. I'm not going to say anything too outlandish today. I'm spitting straight facts.
Okay, but so I've just been watching a lot of podcasts recently, which I always do because we do a podcast, and it's like I don't want to say I want to be better because then I feel like I'd be putting the next person down. But I want to be like
you could also just think about it as like I want to be the best I can be, and that would make everyone else around me better, because that means that at that point you're just helping everybody. That may sound a bit conceited, but once again, I don't give a damn.
No, that's not a good point because, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I've listened to Bradley Beal's speech 1,000 times. Like when he said, "Ain't nobody gonna take my job." That's one of the most inspiring speeches I've ever heard in my life, bro. Like when he said, "I have enough money to retire right now, and all my brothers and sisters and my mom and my dad never have to work ever again." That's literally my goal.
That's great. Bradley Beal, get on the team so you can win, bro. Nothing bad facts today. You know how I go. Continue though.
Okay, that'd be the end goal. Just so we make enough money to where my mom never has to work again, and my sisters and the people around me never have to worry about anything in their life. That's the only reason why we try to work so hard. And then a lot of people's Don also said a lot of people's ideas also fail because they're not working as hard as the biggest creator. Like if you're not working as hard as the biggest creator, then who was you working as hard as? You might be working as hard as someone who don't care. At least 3 times as hard. So I really thought that really resonated, and I was like, man, am I really doing everything I can do? And not for like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. He said, if you work just as hard as the biggest person in like the area you're trying to blow up in or be in, you're not working hard enough. Because they're the top dogs. Since they're the top dogs, there's 2 mentalities they're going to have. Now, this is just me talking. You're either going to be like, I'm at the top, I can chill and be complacent, or I'm at the top, and now I'm about to stay at the top. So it depends on what degree you're in. There's always the person who's like, I'm at the top, I'm complacent, I'm chilling, and that's the spot you take. Or you can just try to work even harder and be like, yeah, he top dog, he worked 3 times as hard, but I'm gonna work harder. Gary Lee, he's always like, I think his name is Gary Lee, but his name is Gary, I know that much. He's like, I don't even need to know you to know that I work harder than you. I don't care, bro. That's a flex. for you to meet somebody and they can be the biggest corporation ever, and he'll meet them and be like, yeah, I don't know you, but I just know you're not working as hard as me.
Well, to be fair, niggas at the top of this corporation don't be doing a damn thing. So,
but they work so hard though.
Allegedly,
they don't be chilling at the crib. They probably do be chilling at the crib. They've got the business, but yeah. But I just watch a lot of podcasts, and just so I can learn things like the thumbnails we're making. Someone said, "Oh yeah, it looks like you guys are looking like peer to peer." It's a podcast. You know what that is.
I know what peer to peer is. I subscribe to it. I just don't watch them.
I watch that one a lot. I think it's funny. I watch.
Those guys are great though. So I have nothing but nice things to say about them.
Yeah, that podcast is good.
Except Lo can say some dumb shit sometimes on Twitter.
St. Luther's is a good podcast.
You shout them out a lot.
I do. They're cool. Got 15's a good one. Young Don and the Thrill. That's a good one. Let me not say good, but like those are just the ones that I know I watch.
Mm-hmm.
I know I watch all of them to their entirety. I watch like every episode, and they each have like 100+. You gotta study the game, bro.
It's facts.
Gotta study the game.
Totally.
And now it's to the point where I listen to more podcasts than music, and I'm a music guy, which is kind of weird.
You know, and that's where you just gotta. Actually, that's fine. I have no issues with that.
No, I think it's weird. I think it's interesting, but so I just need this podcast just to get a little traction, just so I'm like, okay, I know what general direction I'm going in, because right now I'm in school. It sucks, terrible.
General direction.
Huh?
Nothing.
Like, we're in Jacksonville right now. I'm just trying to think of people who are in Jacksonville, like big names that are in Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence, get on the podcast, straight up, bro.
Oh yeah, we're pushing for Trevor Lawrence because we're in Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence, bro. Let's go, bro. Hop on, bro. Let's go.
We're in Jacksonville. He's in Jacksonville. Let's make it happen.
After you get DeForest Buckner in your face.
Please stop. Ain't nobody gonna want to come if you diss them after every line.
It is. I'm a Colts fan. I have to do it. They're in the same division. Okay. They beat our ass every time we come to Jacksonville. Okay. Just once, I want to win in Jacksonville. Please.
Andre be like, "Oh yeah, Tom Brady coming to podcast."
Oh fuck Tom Brady. Fuck that nigga. He's funny on Twitter though, but fuck him.
See,
Peyton Manning's better anyway.
We ain't finna have nobody on the podcast if we keep letting Andre talk the way he talk.
I am simply okay.
What? No.
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 They'll come on regardless. Okay. Plus, people like to see conflict. Okay. So
what conflict? That's
me
just you shitting on somebody.
versus T-Law and me versus Tom Brady. Let's go. We're gonna talk with words. We're gonna talk it out on podcast. People would love to see that.
Who the fuck is T-Law?
Trevor Lawrence, T-Law.
The people call him that?
People call him T-Law.
T-Law. I don't know much about him, but
you don't.
I have a list of people who I want on the podcast. We haven't checked any of them off yet.
Who's the best edge rusher in the league, though, for real?
Why do you keep asking me who the fuck an edge rusher is? I don't know what that is. Now, you watched me play football. I didn't even know what team I was on half the game, and we had college, and we had matching jerseys.
The answer is Myles Garrett, but yeah. Who's the best 3-tech in the league, though?
3-tech?
Yeah.
Is that a kicker?
No.
3-tech?
The answer is Aaron Donald.
The nigga who was playing with knives?
Yes.
Fuck that.
He said he was playing with knives. I would be working out with knives for real. Man, I would never, ever, ever mess with Aaron Donald. Woo, that is one person I'm from never talking shit to, straight up, bro. Never.
I need to get your take on this, Andre. For some reason, there's this argument going around that just because you're athletic doesn't mean you're good at basketball. I'm like, you can get by.
Derrick Jones Jr. exists, so.
You can get by on your athleticism by being good at basketball. This is just like in the YouTube community, too. You might not know about this, but I have a couple friends who are in like that community and stuff like that. We're in a group chat. We just kind of motivate each other and stuff like that. And he was just talking. He was like, yo, just because you're athletic doesn't mean you're good at basketball. I'm like, because I'm athletic, that gives me a better ability to put that hole in the rim better than you.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Derrick Jones Jr. literally exists. Dr. J was not shooting no basketball, which is fine because he didn't have to do it at the time. That man's considered one of the greatest ever, greatest dunkers ever.
The biggest example we have right now is Giannis.
In fact, if if you're athletically gifted before you have the skills, it's easier to become better at basketball because you can easily learn the skills because you can't teach athleticism. It's as simple as that.
Exactly. So I was like, you gonna blame him for his God-given ability that he's more athletic than you? So just because he can't between the legs behind the back, step back, snap back, three. Just because he can't do that, you mean to tell me he's not go or pull a mid-range shot when he can just go in and dunk that bit?
Okay, now who's better, James Harden or Giannis?
Giannis.
Yes, sir. That's the correct answer. I agree.
James Harden is not a better basketball.
He's more skilled, but that's it.
In a 5v5 setting, Giannis is more effective than James Harden in basketball. Giannis attacks the game and assisting and a couple of defensive plays here and there, which he has gotten better at defense.
He has. Harden definitely has. Also, 60-point triple in the Garden. Can never overlook that dunk right there. Woo! In the Garden? Oh my goodness. that boy was. I guess everybody plays well against the Knicks. And then you got the new Nick Killer and Trae Young. I said the new one because the original was Reggie Miller, obviously.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, but Giannis in a 5v5 NBA basketball setting, Giannis is clearly more effective than James Harden. Like, yes, James Harden is a better basketball player, but Giannis is more effective for his team.
Also, if I'm starting a franchise, I'm taking Giannis.
It's way easier to build a team around Giannis.
I wouldn't say it's easier. I'm just saying I'm taking Giannis because Giannis has GOAT potential. I don't think James Harden has GOAT potential.
Is Giannis in the top 10 conversation with shooting guards of all time?
You mean James Harden?
Yeah, James Harden.
James Harden could be top 10 shooting guard, but I was going to be top 10 player ever.
Could he slide in top 5 shooting guard ever?
Yeah.
Make the list right now for shooting guards.
Okay, let's see. Well, we have MJ, Kobe. What is AI?
Shooting guard. So and then you have D Wade
in there for okay, and then after that, you can really just put whoever you want. Some people have James Harden top 5 right now. I wouldn't go that far.
You sticking Clay? Is Clay over James Harden if we had a shooting guard list?
No.
You have James Harden above Klay Thompson?
Yes.
In shooting guard?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean James Harden does more than Klay Thompson.
That's not a bad take.
Yeah. I mean at this point the only thing James Harden doesn't have is a chip, but he's getting that at some point. But it's not going to weigh as much as some others because the ring argument to an extent is great, but I definitely think that rings have weight to them, right? Like Dirk's ring weighs more than most of KD's rings. I'm just keeping it real. That's just how it is. Would you agree or would you disagree?
I think rings are deflated just because of the fact that they're not won how they should actually be won. Like back in the day, I can see why people valued rings back in the day because people wasn't going and building a super team. It was my team versus your team.
I mean, super teams has always existed, but yes, definitely.
Has it though?
Yes.
So it was. I'm gonna draft.
Celtics won 11 championships, 8 straight in the league with 0 free agency and stuff like that. You could make an argument that some of those Lakers teams were super teams. You could. I mean, you have James. The only reason they got James Worthy is because the Cavs were stupid and made terrible trades, which is why the Stepien rule exists. By the way, I found that out, which was pretty interesting.
The what?
The Stepien rule. It's where you can't trade consecutive picks in a row.
Oh, I've heard of that actually.
Yeah. Because back in the day, the owner of the Cavs was named something Stepien, and he traded a whole bunch of picks and destroyed the Cavs for years and stuff like that. So they had to insert a rule so you couldn't do that. But basically they traded away the pick that probably would have been James Worthy, and so they gave it to the Lakers. So then all of a sudden the Lakers have and people weren't making super teams via free agency. Those were more drafted and homegrown. So I guess so that's why people overlook them, but they're still technically super teams, even though they're not made in the traditional super team stuff that we see today. West is loaded, obviously, right? I mean, they may have swept the Nuggets last year, but I refuse to believe that Nikola Jokic gets swept back-to-back years. He also didn't even have Jamal Murray.
He did not have Jamal Murray, and that would have went a lot differently with their score like that.
Exactly. I still think they might have lost, but it would have been closer for sure. I think it would have went 7, but the Suns were on a different level last year. So
I'm a big D book fan. You know that. Now, look. I don't know what the game plan was going into that finals. I don't know what hit D Book. 'Cause that man, he just was not consistent. But I'm not too mad. It was his first finals. He's only like 23 years old. We'll see him. We will see D Book back in the finals, and he will have a ring.
Definitely. Once LeBron retires, Steph Curry retires, or Steph Curry, maybe falls off a cliff, which I doubt happens. But maybe something happens. I don't know. I doubt it. Speaking of Steph Curry, his parents, huh? So TMZ reported, and by the way, TMZ doesn't miss, so this is how I know it's already true. TMZ reported Del Curry came out and said that his estranged wife, now divorced wife, Sonia Curry, I think is her name Sonia or something?
I think so.
Sonia Curry apparently has been cheating on him with a former tight end of the New England Patriots. And you might be thinking, well, the Patriots have had some pretty good tight ends. And they have a bunch of rings. So, like, maybe all of his flash and glamour got him away from Del Curry, the father of Steph Curry. Their child is the greatest shooter of all time. I mean, like, how, of course, maybe this dude has so many Super Bowl rings. It's like, Super Bowl over NBA championships, I guess. I don't think Dale has a championship. It doesn't matter.
He does not.
He doesn't. It doesn't matter though. But no, this guy that she cheated on Del Curry with apparently was a 6th-round pick in the 90s, and he played maybe a couple seasons in the league and then flamed out. So not only is he white, which is just so tragic, but also on top of this, he's bald-headed. He has an egg head. Was not good in the league whatsoever. 0 Super Bowl rings. So I'm trying to figure out what this dude had to do to get Sonia Curry from Del Curry. What was Del Curry doing wrong? Straight up.
Bruh had mad riz if he was able to pull that off.
It's the only way, honestly. It's the only way. Because I don't see how else that would even be possible.
That's mad riz to be able to pull some junk off like that. Like I don't know what bro was on. And first of all, let's not act like she not bad. She not bad for her age. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. If you picking up what I'm putting down.
I 100% understand where you're coming from. Yeah.
She's not a bad option. Hey, who's our general audience for the podcast, bro? What's the audience we looking at?
Young adults, I assume.
What's young adults?
Probably like
give me the age.
Late teens, so maybe like 17, 18 to like early mid 20s, young adults. Probably early 20s.
I'm looking for I'm looking for 16 to like 25.
And I assume that as we ourselves grow older, that our audience grows older with us. So, it'll keep getting a step up from where we're going, because I feel like we're not going to be talking about the same shit forever, and that we're not going to be catering to teenagers if we're doing this in our late 20s.
I feel like we can only cater to teenagers because that's kind of what we are. We're 19 years old.
You better be 20 though. Damn, you're 20. This boy over here pushing 20.
Which is wild because people think I'm like 24 or 23, bruh.
I remember one time I went to where was that? I was at some place with my sister, but we had to like sign up for something. I can't remember what it was, and they thought I was the oldest.
You do look older than Alana though.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Low key, Alana does have the older mentality, so like she does come off as older than what she actually is.
It's debatable.
It depends on her certain scenarios.
Yeah.
But I could see that, but yeah.
She's 21.
I just had to figure that out because that's gonna help us. Like, it's really gonna help us find our target, what we're trying to hit. Like, just watching a lot of podcasts. I've said it like 30 times. I've just like been trying to do research and stuff like that, and knowledge, like just dedicated. Because I really do feel like working hard and staying consistent are the two reasons why we have a potential to do good in this. So I think if we just stick to doing that, we'll be good. And it's like the little success, bro. The little wins you get on the way, grinding to the top. I think that's what keep you motivated.
Until we should eventually reach the top of the mountain and get the homie T-Law on the podcast,
Is that really the top of the mountain for us, though?
It's not. I wanted to make another Colts destroying T-Law on the backfield joke, which I just did. So,
I think
mission accomplished.
If we get Trevor Lawrence on the podcast, I think I'll be like, we made it.
If we get Trevor Lawrence on the podcast, bro, I'm gonna talk so much shit straight up.
Dude, that nigga's like 6'3" with long.
The fuck that even mean?
He really looking like that dude from
Sunshine. Yeah.
All right, I guess you know where I was going with that.
I knew exactly. Remember, it's my second favorite movie of all time. Like,
remember the Coons Titans?
Coach Coon.
I don't know why you remember that into the mic, Andre.
Hey, Coach Coon. Throws a look through the window.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's like it's crazy, bro. I can't keep getting over it, bro. That's a Disney movie, bro.
The fact that Remember the Titans is a Disney movie, when they said they throw a brick through the window and say, "What's up, Coach Coon?"
Bro, that joke is insane. It blows my mind every time. But once again, this is from the same studio that brought you Song of the South, so what do you really expect?
Let's not.
Although, Remember the Titans and Song of the South are two completely different movies, like different time periods and stuff like that. So, and one is, in a good way, trying to portray. They're portraying completely different things. It's a whole thing. I didn't.
Oh, do you want to talk about that idea I had on the podcast?
What?
I hope nobody steal this. I hope no one watches.
So then don't say it.
We don't get enough viewers to watch.
Okay, fine.
Bro.
If it gets stolen, I'm blaming you.
So I have a lot of let me not say it. I have a lot of freaking ideas on a lot of ideas that happen that are happening now. I've already predicted it a couple months ahead. I think of the idea in my head, but I can't pull it off. So I'll just put it in my notes, something like that, and it'll just happen. I forgot what video it was, but I was like, yo, I literally thought of this exact thing 2 months before it happened. That's happened multiple times.
It's almost like you have premonitions of some sort.
I think, I don't know, but I just think I know what's good and what's not good. And what's not good is Smash and Pass, IRL.
Ugh.
Those are so...
They're tired. Stop doing that shit.
I don't know.
Holy shit, this is a fucking HDMI switcher.
You seen the thing going on? I don't know what that is for.
It's a fucking HDMI switcher.
Why would that need to be a thing?
Because that way you wouldn't have to manually switch the HDMI, right?
Oh, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking using this bullshit.
Bro, E-dates. You seen the thing E-dates going on recently?
What is what?
E-dates. It's where you. It's where you get I guess some sort of porn star or some junk like that, and then you set them on a date with 5 other niggas, bruh. I don't.
What is
people
the purpose?
People love to see it. The little kids love to see that. Oh, he pulled her. He can do this. I don't know why that's just not entertaining to me.
Oh my goodness. Have you seen the goddamn Fortnite event?
Mm-mm.
They have a Martin Luther King Fortnite event.
I don't know what that is.
Basically, it is. To me, it's insane. People have been giving their props to Epic. I mean, this is how I feel about it. Okay, so basically, it's an event where they are teaching their Fortnite viewers. It's like a walkthrough thing, and they're just showing video of Martin Luther King and stuff, and they're teaching about Martin Luther King basically through video on Fortnite.
That's gotta be I don't even know how to react to that.
It is so. Dude, I saw it today. I didn't believe it at first. It sounded so insane to me, cause Martin Luther King in Fortnite, for real. In probably it honest. I get the sentiment, right? Black history isn't really taught like that correctly in a lot of schools around the nation and stuff like that. So you want to teach people about Martin Luther King in ways.
I saw a post about how they're stopping that all of a sudden.
What? You talking about making Black history optional?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that brings me to a topic about my old school. I'm sorry to cut you off. Allegedly at DA, there's this whole fight for what clothes can be worn in dress code and stuff like that.
I find dress code bizarre.
I find it bizarre too.
Because I'm gonna say this again. It's adults making these rules, right? And if you're a male teacher teaching a class and you have a girl with dress code, it's just so weird to me. It's
a tightrope conversation.
Yes, it's odd.
Because if you say something, you know what they're gonna say?
What?
Why are you looking at me?
Yeah, exactly. It's just odd. I don't like. I mean, at some point, just let people wear what they're gonna wear, bro. It doesn't matter. I mean, because as soon as you get to college, bro, dress code doesn't matter. I remember I wore my pajamas to class multiple times in college, bro. I didn't care. Boy, I just hopped right about it. I'm like, all right, time to go to class. I'm ready to go.
See, here's my. I don't even really know if I have any thoughts on dress code, but it's a really slippery and tightrope topic because okay. I'm with some arguments that are made. Some arguments I can stand behind. I'll be like, yep.
Sagging your pants is stupid, first of all. Let me just say that. That's warranted. Don't sag your pants, bro. It's dumb. You look stupid. I'm going to keep it a buck. You look dumb. Sagging. That's pretty much all I got on that one.
The dress code is a very slippery. It's a weird topic just because I'm not too sure how I really feel about it because if you're about to tell me the argument that you guys can wear spaghetti straps but us girls can't.
Guys don't wear spaghetti straps. You talking about their
yeah.
Okay.
Guys don't have boobs.
True.
Like guys don't have boobs, so we don't have anything to show off. Now it'd be different if you were saying we was walking around with our dick out, but we're not.
I don't like where this is going.
I don't like where this is going either.
Yes.
So let me bring it back to make more sense. I don't think that the teachers are necessarily looking at these little girls. I just think that if they see you and it's like it's not that they're looking. It's kind of like this thing right now. Like Andre, my hand's in your face right now. You could tell me how many fingers I have up, but you're not looking at my hands. It's kind of just like there. Like it's there and I would like to not see it. Like when you're looking at someone but you're really looking past them, but you can still see them. It's like they just want things. We just want things to they. I don't care. I'm not a teacher. They want things to be professional, but they're still kids, Like, but it's such a tight, slippery slope because you're like, oh, it's a freedom of speech, but then we have like these laws.
Well, first of all, your amendment rights do not exist when you're in school anyway. So,
I was gonna say how like we have freedom of speech, but in reality we really don't have.
Okay,
listen
to this shit real quick. Listen to this shit, bro. Right?
Okay.
Just listen to this shit real quick. You went through your entire schooling career until you got to college, having to ask to use the bathroom. Do you see how insane that sounds? You got to ask permission to use the bathroom, and sometimes you just will literally say to your face, the answer is no to use the bathroom or to get water.
Bet I've been working.
That is insane.
I've been working, and someone's like, "No, you can't use the bathroom."
Working? Watch out, bro. Let me use the bathroom real quick. You got me messed up, bro. I'm going. No. Absolutely not. So obviously, when you're in school, your rights are taken away. They don't exist. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay, that's a stop. That's a. Where you going with this? You was going up, Mr. Advocate.
But the dress code, it's stupid unless you're sagging. Sagging looks so stupid. That's my only thing. I think everything else is dumb.
There's this girl in my her name is I was about to trip. There's this girl in orchestra. I actually started talking to her just because she was looking real good, and the shorts she was wearing was short. The cheeks were swallowing the dress. That's what was going on. That's why I started talking to her. And so I'm here with all this to say, if the titties ain't showing, let them wear what they want to wear. That's how I'm going to bring it around and make it sound better before I say something that I don't mean.
That's a good place to stop, in my opinion.
I think this is a good place to stop because I have to think about this conversation before I was to have it.
Yeah. Because you like to say some shit, then you over here trying to get yourself canceled before you can even get off the ground. So,
You be trying. I don't get us canceled. You just be like watch them clip apart and be like, fuck this nigga. And they're like, I don't want to join this podcast because he just said fuck this nigga. And that be you. I be saying some questionable things. Like, I don't want to even give examples.
Yours is like morality issue. Mine's just like, hey, yo, fuck that dude. I don't mess with that dude. That's my thing. And most of the time, when I'm talking about T-Law, I'm mostly joking. I'd love to. If Trevor Lawrence was actually on the podcast, I wouldn't be a dickhead to him, okay? But the Paul brothers, I'd definitely fuck them for sure.
Next podcast, next guest on our podcast is
Did you forget his name?
That's what I'm doing this. It's Noah.
Yeah.
Noah's the next podcast guest.
That's my dog right there.
Yeah, I was talking because I walked into my theory class. I already started off sad, depressed. I felt alone. I walked in there. I was like, Noah?
He's in your class?
Yes.
Oh. nigga is dope.
That's how. And me and him just been talking. We just
nigga
been like
is
walking
dope.
around campus and talking and junk like that.
That nigga is dope.
And he was talking. I was like, why is this nigga low key spiritual and inspirational?
This nigga is dope, and he knows a ton about fucking Marvel comics, and I want to talk to him about that stuff.
That's
so
dude. I literally
badly.
texted him about
Yeah.
that today.
I
He
need
said
it so bad.
You saw what he said about Superman?
Yes.
You swiped up?
Yes.
Both of us in that.
Yes.
We both own
Yes.
this,
That nigga. We should also, you know who we should have on the podcast?
bruh. Who?
We should get that nigga Damien on. Damien Wise?
You been talking to him?
Not recently, but I should. I need to get
I'm interested in Damien
Yeah.
because he go to.
That man on a football scholarship, you know what I'm saying?
I have a couple. Alex, we have Alex.
Yeah.
Alex on the phone. I actually.
Boy,
texted him
we could
today.
have so many guests lined up, you know what I'm saying?
But the idea, okay, so I can actually talk about the idea. I'll say it.
Go ahead.
Because niggas don't watch this far anyway.
Yeah, you true. You right.
So, the idea I've been looking this up. No one's doing podcasts where they go to random people's dorms and say, "Hey, do you want to be on our podcast for like 10, 15 minutes?" So think about it. If we knock on enough people's doors, we're like, "Hey, you want to join our podcast for like?"
You're gonna have to go
50
to the male wing.
We will.
Obviously, yes.
What do you mean male wing?
We're not walking on. I don't want to walk up to no random female's door, knock on the door, and be like, "Hey, you want to be on a podcast?" In fact, that'd be weird.
They have open places where we can do it. Like the room we were going, see through.
Great. Let's do that then.
So I made sure first. So here's my thing. Hey, you want to join our podcast? Yes or no?
Fuck no, bitch. Get on my face. That's what it's gonna go. I'm just kidding.
No, so and they'll be like, yeah, sure. All right, we just need 10 minutes, and we'll ask them we'll just have the same topic. Like we'll have like one broad topic, and then we'll just let it branch out, and then we'll do it for 10 minutes, and we'll have like 10 people on for 10 minutes, and that's 5 guests.
We're gonna have to be like a snappy, quick setup or something.
We would already have it set up.
Oh, we just go there.
We would just take the camera and then go there.
And I mean, I'm sure you can just plug a mic into this. It could almost be like a man on the street type of deal, right? Is that what you're going with?
Because Sneeko does something like this, where he just takes random strangers and does a minute podcast. We can take random people from college and just ask them questions. And so if we do it enough times, because that's kind of like how Kai Cenat's Ding Dong Ditch thing got started. I don't know if he was the originator of it. I just remember knowing what Ding Dong Ditch was because of him. Not he's there. I don't want to say the originator because I don't want to discredit whoever started it. But I just know I know I seen it on him. So that's just me personally. But I seen that, and he was like doing all these dates in his dorm room, and I was like, I'm in college right now, hating it, and I'm not even utilizing it really.
Fuck school.
So I'm like, what if and think about it. If we do 10 minutes each with 5 different people, that's 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
5 different people. If they know at least 3 people that's going to watch it, so then that's bringing traction from everywhere else. And then let's just say we get lucky and knock on a famous person's door.
Like a famous TikToker. Because I know niggas on TikTok be having clout for no damn reason.
Yes. So we just knock on it, and then they're going to watch that. And now it's like, it's just bringing traction everywhere else. Because now it's like, oh, what's up? So now I'm walking on campus. Because I do this thing where I'm on campus from like 8 a.m. to like 5.
You big man on campus all of a sudden, huh?
That's not the goal.
I didn't say that was the goal, but I'm saying that's what would happen.
They'd be like, you do the podcast? I'd be like, yeah. Let me be on it.
Exactly.
And then I'd be like, all right, come on. Let's do it. So I think that's why we're going to end this podcast off with that
and then
idea.
I drive over in my Volkswagen Jetta. Like, yo, what's good?
All right, nigga, you just wanted to say that. All right, go ahead and bring us home, Andre.
Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching and supporting Centerfold Podcast, episode 25. I was your host, Andre Osmaneth, and as always, I was joined by my co-host,
Keem Features.
I'm Huey Lewis, and that was the news. Enjoy your day or night, everybody. Have a good one.
If you ain't getting down, why you here? I can make all the pain disappear. All the future is in crystal clear. What you scared for? Ain't no better to dance for.